everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Story time on how I was essayed and harassed by a woman that I met on Tinder when it was only supposed to be for us to be friends. Mind you, this was 10 years ago. I have learned from my mistakes. Also, before we get in the story, I am like 138 people away from like my next goal of followers. So if you haven't followed me and you like my content, let's get into it. 10 years ago, I had just graduated from the University of Oklahoma and I had moved back to my hometown and I did not have any friends that were single and didn't have kids. And so I was like, okay, what is the best way to do this? We didn't have all these different ways that you could meet friends. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead.
I didn't know you can meet friends on Tinder. Is that something I'm not aware of?
And go on Tinder, which was like the only app back then, and try and find a friend. They didn't have like Bumble BFF or like a friend side of Tinder or whatever like that. So I just got on regular Tinder, set it to women. And then in my profile, I said, looking for friends. If you're a woman and looking for friends, hit me up. So this girl ends up hitting me up. Very nice girl. She is a nurse. She has like 4 days on, 3 days off. I let her know that I'm not interested in women. She said she's not either, and that I was just looking for friends. And she said, that's perfect. And we exchanged phone numbers. After we exchanged phone numbers, we didn't really text that much. She pretty much just told me like, you know, her and her friends go out to different bars every weekend and that she would let me know whenever they were going out again. And I said, all right, cool. A few days later, she ends up texting me and says, hey, we're going to this local bar. Do you want to meet us there? And I said, yeah, for sure. So I end up like rearranging plans and meet her at that location. Well, decide to meet her at that location. On the way there, she sends me a text message and she's like, hey, I am going to be drinking. I'm a nurse. Is there any way that you can drive me home? Because I don't want to lose my license. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I got you. I planned on having one drink. I don't like to drink a lot whenever I meet new people. So I had no issue with taking her home. Oh my gosh. Ew, that's gross. Don't look at that nail. Act like it doesn't exist. So anyways, I'm at the bar waiting for her. She ends up getting to the bar probably like 10 minutes later, walks in. I'm super excited to see her, being really friendly and smiley. And she acts like she doesn't want to be there, which I find very interesting because I am meeting a new friend, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to be like super excited to meet her and she's going to be as well. She orders a drink and just kind of sits there, looks at me, you know, listening to me talk, but just doesn't seem interested. So I end up saying to her like, hey, when are your friends going to be here? And she's like, what friends? And I was like, the friends that you said I was meeting here with you. And she's like, oh yeah, they're not coming. Mind you, by this time, it's probably been like 20 minutes in and she's had 3 to 4 drinks at this time. And I was like, okay, she's about to have some fun. So I'm sitting there a little bit, very bored because she's not talking. And this guy comes up out of nowhere and tries to talk to me. And she like pushes the guy back and is like, hey, don't talk to my girlfriend. And he's like, oh, so sorry, didn't know you guys were together, respect, I'm out, right? So I was a little confused by that, but I was like, you know what, maybe she's like a girl's girl and is wanting to go ahead and just like support me and like keep men away. So I thank her for that, and she kind of looks at me and then just like goes back to drinking. And I'm like, right? Why does she hate me? I was a little confused. I decided to go to that, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I notice I don't have my phone. I go back out. She kind of looks at me and then just like goes back. Seen your phone, and I was like, okay. And she's like, yeah, maybe it was in the restroom. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back to the restroom. My phone's not in there. I come back out and she's no longer at the bar. And I kind of like look around and she's sitting outside in the smoking area, sitting on the lap of the guy that had tried to approach me that she said to get away from me. And I was like, this is really sus. I don't think me and this girl are supposed to be friends. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave. So I go up to her and I was like, hey. And she said, oh, hey, I found your phone. And she gives me my phone back. And I was like, okay, thank you so much for that. And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, I'm about to leave. I know I said I would take you home. If you want me to take you home, we have to go now. If not, like, if you need money for an Uber or something, I can help you out. I know I'm ridiculous. I don't know why I couldn't just like leave it alone, but whatever. She's like, no, I'm ready to go now. So she's being like super friendly, super touchy. I assumed it's because she's had a billion drinks by this point in like an hour period, right? So we get in my car. As we're driving home, she will not stop going up my skirt. So I was wearing like probably like a tank top like this and like a cute little skirt, whatever, just really basic. And she will not stop like feeling up my skirt. She will not stop like trying to kiss on my arm while I'm driving. And I keep like pushing her off and I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I told you I just wanted to be friends. Please don't touch me, right? Like just do not even look at me at all. She will not stop doing it. I end up having to pull on the side of the road and I'm like, if you touch me again, I'm kicking you out this car. Because I didn't sign up to be like harassed, touched, nothing like that by this individual. Yes, looking back, why would I get on Tinder as a female, on another female, whatever, right? So she was like, I'm so sorry. I just really, like females whenever I'm drinking. And she's like, you remind me of my ex. And I was like, oh, what does your ex look like? Shows me your ex, looks nothing like me. Like, it's like this girl that's like, has dreads, dressed like a boy, all these things. And I'm like, she doesn't look like me. She just looks brown like me. So I guess you mean you like brown women. Mind you, this girl was like 5'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, all these different types of things. And I'm like, okay, cool. You got a little fetish. I'm just not the one. I'm not the one, honestly. So she leaves me alone the rest of the drive and we get to her house and she's like, are you coming upstairs with me? And I'm like, I am not at all coming upstairs with you. And she's like, well, then I'm not getting out of the car, and just like sits there with a little attitude. And so I'm still sober by this point, right? Like I had like a half a drink. And so I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you out because like I'm being a gentleman and I'm going to go park the car. And so she gets really excited and she's like, okay, sounds good. She gets out the car. I obviously do not go park the car. As I'm driving away, I get a text message from her and she was like, I knew you were going to do that. This bitch had stolen my wallet. Stolen my wallet. And she's like, now I have this and you'll have to come back. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the date from hell that I never said I wanted to actually sign up for, right? So I end up texting the guy that I was dating at the time and I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to come back with me tomorrow morning. There's this girl, I don't want to get into it, but I have to get my wallet from her house. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever you need. So I pick him up and I drive over to this girl's place. I end up texting her and I'm like, I'm outside. She comes downstairs. Mind you, like I said, she's a nurse. So 4 days on, 3 days off. Yeah, whatever. She's still drunk. I don't think she went to sleep. She was wearing the exact same thing. Her makeup was like all over her face and she's crying. And I'm like, okay, can you just give me my wallet, right? And there's some other random girl with her. I didn't even ask who she is because I don't care. I just want my wallet. She chunks the wallet at my car and then starts crying, saying how much she liked me and how I didn't give her a chance and all she wanted to do was treat me good. And I was like, anyways, I have to go. You think the story's over. The story is not over. So after that, she texts me a few days later and she's like, hey, I just want to say I'm sorry for everything that I did. I'm back sober now. I shouldn't have done anything like that. She was like, if you don't want to be my friend, I understand. That's cool. But if you ever need suggestions around town, just hit me up. I said, all right, cool. Thank you. The next weekend, when she is off from work and I guess she's drunk again, she sends me full frontal nudes. No words, just her body. She got blocked. She got blocked. So whenever men tell me these crazy stories of women, I can only believe them. Because if that's what I went through, I can't even imagine. I just can't. So yeah, that's my story.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Now, why is you on Tinder? Why are you on Tinder looking for friends? This is crazy. Have you lost your everlasting mind? Like, I didn't know people went to Tinder for to meet friends. Is that what y'all do? Sounds pretty stupid to me, but because Tinder's a dating app and it's a hookup app too. It's an actual hookup app. So that woman was looking for a hookup and you didn't pass the vibe check. But it's okay though. It's okay. I'm not blaming you for, um I'm not blaming you for not reading the room. But that was a clear sign that you shouldn't have been on that date or out with that woman because you met her on Tinder. But again, I don't know where she got that from. I don't know why she thought it was a good idea to meet people on Tinder. Like Facebook don't have any groups in your area. Like you don't have like garage sale groups, or do you not like have mutual friends and you could just like find out where everyone's going? Hey, where's everyone going tonight? And somebody says, hey, we're going here. You just join in with them, but you choose Tinder of all places. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. That was dumb. I don't get it, but hey, more power to you. I just hope I'm glad you got away from that. But seems like whatever hometown she's from, because she's probably from Oklahoma, I'm assuming. Went to OU, but maybe she's from Texas. A lot of people from Texas go to OU. So whatever small town she from, it's probably so small that she'll probably see that woman again if she's still in that town.